Hi, I'm Rob Mackey. I'm Executive Director of United Way of McPherson County, and we're here today to talk about National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And we have with us the Executive Director of Safehope, Kim Ratzlaff. Kim, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for including me, Rob. I appreciate it.
Well, could you talk a little bit about the magnitude of domestic violence? It's something that you and your staff and volunteers deal with every day, but could you give us just a little more better understanding of the situation, the problem?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, domestic violence has not gone away. As you mentioned, this is an awareness month for us, and it has been for several years now. We continue to see numbers that are astonishing on the domestic violence and sexual assault that occurs in the tri-counties that we support. When you think, I looked at some Kansas numbers, and in 2019, over 69,000 Kansans sought and were provided services by agencies like Safehope. So it's a staggering number when you look at that. I can tell you here at Safehope, specifically in the tri-counties that we serve, Harvey, McPherson, and Marion, we helped the number in my fiscal year, which ended mid-year this year in June, we helped 926 participants or clients, as we might call them, and provided over 16,000 services. So it's not like we're just talking a few people that deal with violence in their homes with their spouse or their partners. So it is a big concern that we're dealing with every day. At Safehope, our advocates can provide emotional support for the client when they come in, and we might be able to help safety plan on how they may choose to leave the environment that's causing them the pain and violence. We provide financial advocacy, have a helpline, for example, that can be called 24/7 that my staff mans, and we can provide advocacy immediately that way, but help them find safety and shelter in our residential shelter, which can house up to 10 participants here in Newton. So it's an ongoing need that I'm really proud my staff is able to impact the local communities and help them find safety.
It's great that you have a place that people can be kept safe, because getting out of the home is often the answer or part of the solution to allowing somebody to recover and regroup. So you do provide counseling to your clients.
We do. We actually have 2 part-time licensed therapists that are part of our counseling that can be included. It seems like often the general advocacy that we do for the men and women are to help them work through the situation and help them find their own solutions. So our goal as an advocate is to help them identify the resources that are out in the community. And so our relationship with United Way is so important because of that. It's just important that we're there to listen and care and to help our client find their own solutions, find their own answers. Because they're the ones that are doing the work to exit the home or to find new living arrangements, find a new job, those types of things.
You serve the 3-county area. You do receive some funding from United Way of McPherson County. How does that help you in your work?
It's so important. We have an office in McPherson, downtown, and the funds that you have provided us have helped us keep that office. And specifically, I actually have a storage unit in McPherson that my staff have been able to collect household items, things that a woman fleeing from her home in an emergency situation, we have accepted donations so that we could store them in the shelter. And it's things that a woman might need quickly to set up her first new apartment or new household. So it's been so helpful and so important to keep us engaged with the community in McPherson.
The recovery process that somebody goes through, is this something that can take years
It can.
or months?
And I would, yeah, it absolutely can. And I wish I could tell you that our relationships with our participants or clients are very short, but that's actually not the case. I mean, sure, there can be times where a client might call and just need a safe place until their family and friends can help them get relocated into a new living arrangement. So maybe they're only at the shelter for a week or two. But it is unfortunately very sad how often participants might need to be required to, or find it safer to even go back to the original home where the violence occurred in the first place. Maybe there's children involved, so they find themselves going back, and then another traumatic event happens and the woman flees again. And so we may be working with the same person multiple times. As we know, the pattern of domestic violence is exactly that. It happens repeatedly, unfortunately. And I'm going to take this opportunity to mention our helpline here at, it's 316-283-0350. And I'm so proud of my staff because that line is serviced and will be open 24/7. And I have very competent staff members that can answer that phone and can provide immediate assistance. It's important.
It's incredibly important, and we are so thankful to your staff who dedicate their working lives to this mission, because it's not an easy job. And we really appreciate the time and the caring that they provide. So going through COVID-19 has maybe affected some of our societal issues. What have you guys seen with the people who have been going through this COVID era, and how has it affected your work?
Yeah, the advocates report to me that it really has changed the game. It's much more complicated for our victims and survivors. For example, they maybe can't get out of the home as easy because now the perpetrator, if you will, is still in the home, working from home. And so maybe the mother can't get out of the home with the children in a safe manner. And even when they do, having to deal with the new school schedules and the daycare arrangements, COVID has impacted the lives of all of us. And I think it is just so compounded how it has impacted the lives of the victim who is trying to put their life back together. And yet this is just one more angle that they have to deal with on top of everything else. It definitely makes it more complicated.
Well, Kim, we really appreciate, again, the work that you and the staff, volunteers do to provide this incredibly important service. We're really thankful for your partnership with United Way, that we can help bring awareness to the issues and the services that you provide, the shelter, the hotline, the support that Safehope offers. So again, want to thank you for all that you and your folks do to help make it a safer place for many people in need. Thanks very much to Kim Ratzlaff with Safehope. I'm Rob Mackey for the United Way.